Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you? You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah.
When you put them on the job, if they're not doing the job, then you fire them. Because you're in control. From the city to the state to Congress to the president. You run this. Hello, Talk Labor fans. This is Jerry Williams. I'm back with you again, and so good to be back with you. We got a lot of information that we want to give you. Things that affect you, your family, the community, your jobs, all kinds of things. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start off with what happened in Nevada just recently. It was a pitiful thing to see all that carnage and all that murder and all that stuff that was happening. But you know, it's kind of hard to have that kind of remorse when you know that people like that are the same people that voted to keep the guns on the street. Anybody can get a gun. Sick people, doesn't make a difference. You know, I hate it. I feel sad for the families. I really do. I feel sad for the people that passed away and the people that are in the hospital right now. But, you know, and then when I watch the news, you know, it's like a scripted thing. You know, it's always, well, we hold our prayers for them, and that's ridiculous. Take the guns out of their hands. This man had no business having that type of a weapon, and they know that. But the NRA knows that this is money. This is money. They don't care how many people get killed, and they scare people into buying those. When Obama got elected, gun ownership went up 400%. They thought the black man was going to end the world. Now they come back, they're still doing the same thing. You're still doing the same thing. And I got to give Nevada credit. They did pass a bill. The people down there passed a bill to kind of regulate a little bit. And that is to make sure people have background checks. It passed. But do you believe it? The people that are in charge said they don't care if it passed. We're not gonna put it through. Now these people are the people that they elected. There's one way to stop them, and that is vote them out of office. Nevada, vote them out of office, because this doesn't make sense. The first thing they say is, let's not talk about it. This is not the right time to talk about it. When is the right time? You know. So the thing about it is, you're going to talk about it now. Don't let nobody tell you it's not the right time to talk about it. It is the right time to talk about it. Take these guns away from these crazies. Not only that guy, but the kids on the streets in Chicago. 15, 13-year-old kids with guns. You know, if you put a regulation on those guns, it wouldn't float around like that. I talked to a guy that's a member of one of the gangs out there. He said that getting guns is like getting candy. They can get it anytime they want. You know, I got problems with that. I got some real serious problems with that. Let's hope this wake these people up and they do some of the things that they need to do to get these guns off the street. Now, this is just not it. I heard one guy, Norman Goldman, talk about, you know, this is white on white crime. They're always talking about black on black crime. And how are you going to stop that? Black on black crime. Well, this is white on white crime. You know, you get, and I don't condone this, but you got black people shoot people, 2, 3 people on the weekend. When these nuts get out there, they shoot 50, 60 people. Kill them. And they got 500 that's injured. 500 plus that's injured. So, you know, enough of that black on black and white on white. And another thing that was brought to my attention, that this guy that murdered these people, now, if that had been a black person that did that, oh, hell would have broke loose. Oh my God, we got to have stop and frisk. We got to go in their houses, check them. We'll give them cars to walk around with. You know, these thugs, they're no good. Or if it had been Muslim, oh, no more Muslims in. No, no. But now, this is an old white guy that shot the people up. And they're like, well, you know, he was crazy. I mean, what can you do? That's okay. It's all right. I mean, you know, I'm not lying. This is the approach they take. It's about they go to the individual instead of actually dealing with what they need to do, and that is the guns. Deal with the guns. Now we're not going to stay on that subject too long because we all feel the same way. We feel sorry for the people that got killed. We feel sorry for the people that got injured. These people they were out there trying to enjoy a comfortable day with, artists, musicians, and some nut has guns that you wouldn't believe out there just, hey, let's just murder. I'm just going to shoot some people. Nobody know why he did it. We probably never really find out why he really did it, but that to me is not important. The important thing is how the hell did he get 23 damn guns into the hotel like that? How did he get 23 guns, period? They say he had 40 something. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, America. It's time for you to straighten up. It's time for you to straighten up. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get on some subjects that's very, very important to everybody. We got other things we want to talk about. And we're going to do that. Okay? Okay, we're going to want to talk to you about labor unions, especially the labor unions here in Chicago, and with great focus on ATU, Local 308 and Local 241. I got stuff that you're just not going to believe, but I'm going to give it to you, okay? But first, let's give me about 2 seconds to talk about that guy that's in the White House right now, the con artist. It's unbelievable that anybody would vote for a person like that. What I have a problem with, I know that he's a damn fool. And you know that he's a damn fool. He's like a 5th grade spoiled brat. He wants to destroy everything, tear it up. You pick on me, I'm going to retaliate. What kind of damn person is that to be president of the United States and leader of the world? That's nuts. Anybody that don't see that is nuts. But the problem I have, you got those kind of people in this country. Now that he's in there, all the people that were hiding in the corners and in the closets and up under the covers and stuff, lurking, just waiting to get in there. I'm talking about your Ku Klux Klan and your skinheads. Oh, we got our guy there now. We're going to... You're not going to do any damn thing, okay? That's what's going to happen. But, and I know that, if the law don't get him before, you're going to vote him out. Because you see what's going on. You'll see what this guy's doing, not only to the country, but the world. Everybody's laughing at the United States. What a damn fool you all have in there for your president. When Barack Obama got elected president, the media and the country raised the bar 10 feet and told him, okay, jump that bar. Obama jumped it. This fool got in there. They put the bar on the ground, jumped that bar. He stumbled over the bar. They put it on the ground. They lowered it so low it was on the ground. He stumbled over the bar. And then they made excuses for him like, well, he didn't have the right shoes on, That's the kind of shit that we're dealing with. So you got to deal with it. You got to know what's going on. You got to know what's going on. And that guy there is, I don't know. You got to get him. You got to get him, America. Let him know, him and people like him. That's not what this country is about. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go right into labor. Labor is, this is something that everybody needs to be aware of. If you destroy the labor unions, you're going to destroy middle class America. You'll be just like a third world country. I tell you that all the time. You're going to be like a third world country. But let me give you what they are doing to labor now, especially ATU Local 308 and 241. They have made a mockery out of these guys. I just found out that they gave up their premium, their holiday premium. Holiday premium was, if you had to work on a holiday, they had to pay you time and a half. Meaning that if you worked 8 hours, you got paid for 12. And we've been had that for years. But they gave that up. Now, if you work for 8 hours, you're going to get 8. That's all you're going to get. You don't get the other 4 hours anymore. And I'm like, well, if they gave it up, what did they get for it? This is nothing. Nothing. I said, what? They didn't get anything for it? They didn't get anything for it. It's unbelievable. That's just one little thing that they did. Now, let me give you one that's really, really shocking. When I was in as president, I negotiated a contract to make ticket agents turn them into customer assistants. And customer assistants are, if you work at Chicago Transit Authority, if you live in Chicago, you know what customer assistants are. These are the people that's out front, and they make good money. They have full benefits, and just like everybody else. Well, and they're full-time workers. Now, the people that came in after me gave that up and allowed CTA to start bringing in part-time people to do that job. Now that the union is crying about them having part-time people. They're trying to fight CTA and say, oh, we want full-time. You had full-time. One of the guys that ran for office, Robert Kelly, ran for president back here. And I was trying to tell people, put this other guy in because he had a lot more knowledge. But Robert Kelly ran for president, and he ran on the fact, I'm going to get rid of that agreement where the customer assistants have full time, and I'm going to get rid of the guarantee for the customer assistants because I don't think it's right, and just gave a whole lot of malarkey. And he won. People voted for him. He won, and he got rid of it. Then he started bringing in, CTA had promised him they won't give him something for it, right? Then they started bringing in customer assistants part-time customer assistants. And they promised him something, but they never delivered. And he tried to go and sue them. But you don't have any paper, so you can't sue. I'm just trying to give you just a little enlightenment on what's going on with these guys. They don't know. They have no clue. And then the big one. These guys turn around and gave away your pension rights, and then start charging active people somewhere around $2,600 a year for healthcare trusts that they will never see. They just start taking this money from them. Healthcare trusts, they will never see that money. That is not going to pay for their healthcare. It's not going to do none of that. It's just $2,600 on the average that they're taking from each individual, and you got about 9,000 to 12,000 workers there. Add it up for yourself. That is totally ridiculous. But what happens is this, though. The guy that was part responsible for giving away pension, the pensioners is already on pension. People that's still working, forcing them to pay for the healthcare trust. They voted him out. But then newer people came on and they voted this guy back in again. Now he's back in saying he's going to do the same thing to the retirees, and he's doing the same thing to the active people. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about with labor. You all got to know what the hell it is you're voting for. Don't just vote for these people because I play softball with you or I play ball with you. You got to get away from that garbage. You got to get way away from that and get the most qualified people to run those locals. In one of the things that happened when these guys were in office, they passed a bill in Springfield to attack the unions. And not just the ATU unions, but all the unions, firemen, policemen, college workers, city workers, state workers. But the only one got screwed was 308 and 241. You know why? ATU Local 308 and ATU Local 241. Because they were the only union that agreed to it. The other union said, oh, hell no. And they fought and they won. These fools agreed to it. So they had to pay for it. Now, when we found out about it, me and two others found out about it, we decided to sue the CTA because they violated the Illinois State Constitution. We had to go all the way to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruled in our favor. People that retired prior to 2007 when that contract went into effect. Because they say that first of all, the union don't represent you. But the union do represent the other people. So we're going to rule in favor of the Chicago Transit Authority because they gave it away. And we said, wait a minute. They didn't have a right to give that away. The Supreme Court, I said, and one of the things our attorneys told them was that the union had no right to do that. And the Supreme Court said, well, what the people should have done was sue the union. Because the union didn't have a right to give away your pension, but they did it. And they signed off on it. And anytime you see me, I can show you the documents that they signed off on. So it's totally ridiculous. That's why I'm telling you, now you got in there now, let me say this to you retirees. He said this, and I sent two or three retirees, they wanted to go and talk with him about moving forward. He said that, well, you retirees are not participant, you're a recipient. He said you don't participate in the pension, you just receive money. This stupid man doesn't know that the retirees out there now are the people that put that money in there. They are participants in the plan, fool. So he says that. He also says that, now, according to the law, we should have a retiree on that board. He said that, well, we can't have a retiree because we got the crafts. And the crafts represent their people. Now, the craft represents 200 people there. Retirees are 7,000 to 9,000 strong. He said, you don't get no representation because the union don't represent you. I can show you where the Supreme Court wrote that. They don't represent you. You're supposed to have your own representation according to the law. But this man is so nuts that he doesn't understand that. This is the same guy that screwed you in the first place. But that's the kind of stuff that he does. But anyway, we're going to move on and we're going to do some of the things that we need to do to make sure that these things happen. We got a coalition that we have started, and it is really strong. I'm going to talk to you about it more and more and more. But you want to see Claude Funches, who was president, Suzette Smith, who is the secretary, and Ronald Roach, who is one of the officers. He's the treasurer there. Talk to them, and they can always sign you up and explain to you what it's all about. They are so afraid of this coalition till they don't know what to do. They're shaking in the boots. But we're going to talk to you more about that. But I want to come back and I want to give you some information on something that just happened at the Pavilion at the Chicago, University of Illinois, Chicago. This is something you got to see. And we're going to come right back and give you that. Okay, we're back, and I promised you that we're going to talk about the Infinite Scholar program that we had at the University of Illinois, Chicago at the Pavilion. We packed that place. I mean, it was so beautiful. We packed that place, and we had more kids than we've ever had before. As a matter of fact, personnel at the UIC said that was the largest college fair that they've ever had there. and we gave away so many scholarships. We had people like the college rep from Missouri. He had 500 applications and gave them away within 2 hours. They were gone. He said, I got to go get some more. We had another person from college rep that came to us and said, this has never happened to me before. And it's just wonderful to see these kids get these scholarship offers. And it's going to be, I think that I'm waiting for the numbers. When we get the numbers, I'm going to report them back to you. But what I want to do is thank the people that work with us on that. First of all, the founder, Mr. Thomas Osley. Hey, man, he's been, for years, this man has just been doing some stuff that you wouldn't believe. The scholarships that he's given out, he just got awards all kind of places. Even from over in Africa, he got an award. So, and other people that work with my crew, I'm the co-chairman of the Infinite Scholar Program and the regional director here in Chicago. So I want to thank my whole team that stepped forward and really made this happen, because it takes a group. It takes a group to make that happen. And all of the people that sponsored us, big shout out to the Chicago Teachers Union. Man, they were just instrumental in helping get people out. And surprisingly, people thought it couldn't happen, but I always said you can do anything that you want to do. The Chicago Public Schools stepped up and was a big participant. Let me give you another one. The Chicago Police Department, Commander Johnson out of the 7th District. Man, I really want to give you kudos, because he really worked and he sent his sergeant down to come and be a part of it. And Officer Donaldson out of St. Louis, he was here working with us on it. And we just got so much stuff going. We got Promise program going, and that's where we grab these kids from the 6th to 7th, 8th grade. We have them there. We're doing things that I think is going to be astronomical. It's we grab them, and I've talked to you about it before. We give them an affidavit to sign, and their parent, if they keep their grades up, don't get into trouble, and have at least a 93% attendance record. When they graduate from high school, their scholarship is there. We work this out with the colleges. It is just a fantastic thing. Also, the SOC, Symphony of Change. This is a program that's ran by T.L. Williams, a great entertainer from the Chicago area, where they're educating the kids on classical music, hip-hop, every genre that you could think of. One of the things I heard T.L. say, that Bach, Beethoven is beautiful music, but he says Stevie Wonder, beautiful music. So you got to teach them, teach all of that. They got to know that all of this music is beautiful. And I understand that they're going to visit with the great Wynton Marsalis on the 14th of October. They meaning the kids that are in that program that TL and them is heading. These are the type of things I'm saying that's happening right now, folks. So we got a lot going on. I'm trying to jam a lot into you right now, but I'm going to be able to give you all of this information as we go, because this is our first time with the new station. And I got to give kudos out to Brother Lawrence Moore, who actually is operating this whole thing. And I think it's a beautiful thing. We're going to be talking to you more and more about things that's going on that affect you. And we got the freedom to do it now. So, hey, look out again for Talk Labor. We're going to see you again. If you get to a point where you can't talk about it, you're afraid to talk about it, guess what? You just shoot it to me. We'll talk about it here at Talk Labor. We're going to see you next week. Talk Labor.
What you heard, baby, I'm a politician. I don't follow leaders who ain't got no vision. Fly like a bird, sting like a hornet. You want me to follow? Tell me where we going. Don't you know you work for me? Don't you know you work for me?